As you think about Christmas, and especially children, the gifts that you got, you've probably thought about gifts that you got, one that may be your favorite gift, what you think is the best gift you ever got. Well, have you ever thought about, I wonder who got the best gift that was ever given? Why, I want to tell you about it, and then you'll know, and you can tell all your friends, okay? Okay, a long, long time ago, over in this other land, there was an old king that ruled the land. And what he said had to go. Whether you liked it or not, he told everybody what they would have to do. He made the laws of the land. He made the law one day that everybody that lived in the land had to go back to the town from which they came. Wherever they were born, they had to go back there to be counted. Now there was this gentleman, his name was Joseph, and this lady named Mary. Now, Mary was soon to have a baby. Was foretold by an angel of the Lord. In fact, was told what to do with the baby. So they lived in a town that was some 70 miles from the town from which they came. And you got to remember this. Back then, there was no cars, no trains, no planes. Some folks had a donkey if they were lucky, maybe a camel. Otherwise, they had to walk. So 70 miles for us doesn't seem like much distance at all. But in those days, thinking of the way they had to travel, it took a long time to go 70 miles. But Mary and Joseph, they had to travel this distance to go back to where they were born. Seems they may have had an old donkey. So Mary was able to ride the donkey. Joseph, I'm sure, ahead, leading the donkey as they walked along. They couldn't move fast, and it wasn't very feasible for two people to ride a donkey. They just couldn't hardly do it. So this trip was going to take them at best about 2 days. So the first day, they left, and they traveled, and they walked, and they led that little donkey with Mary riding on the back. I'm sure when dark came, they may have taken a blanket or two that they had rolled up on the old donkey and laid on the ground. And maybe got them some rest and a little sleep that first night. But they had to get up early the next morning and start their journey again to be able to get back to the town where they were born. So they got an early start, I'm most sure. Getting up the next morning, they moved along. I suppose along about, in the afternoon, sometimes afternoon, I imagine Mary saying, Joseph, how much further is it? You all ask that now when you go on a trip. Well, Joseph said, Mary, you know, it's a while yet, and if we keep moving like we are, maybe we can get there by about dark. Oh, I hope so, Mary said. You know, because I'm very tired, I'm very weary, and the baby is soon to come. So I can imagine moving along, keep going, and finally, long about dark, they saw some little oil lights burning in different little houses up there. They were arriving into the town of Bethlehem. Now, Bethlehem is where they were born. I can imagine Joseph turning to Mary and saying, Mary, we're coming into town now, and we'll go up to the inn, and I'll get us a room, and there we shall be comfortable, have us a nice place to stay, and a place in case the baby comes, and we'll have a place for you as well. Oh, thank God, Mary said. So they go up to the inn. They go in, and an old fellow sitting in there, I imagine, in a chair, said, how can I help you? Well, Joseph spoke. I would like to have a room for the night. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a room. They're all full. They're all taken. Why, there's not a room anywhere in town. You can't find a room. Well, Mary said, Joseph, what shall we do? It's too far for us to go back, much much too far, and I don't know what we're going to do. My goodness, we have no place to stay. And I can imagine the old fellow in there having a little compassion for Mary, and seeing that she's soon to have a baby, speaking up and saying, well, I'll tell you what, I've got an old barn down the road. Now, you're welcome to stay in there if you'd like. Well, it'll get you in out of the weather, and at least you'll have a roof over your head. It's nothing fancy, not near as nice as my inn, but you can stay in there if you'd like. And, oh, there's a few animals in there. So you'll find some hay and straw in there, too, that maybe you can gather together and make you a place to lie down. And maybe even a place over in the manger to have a little cradle there for the baby. Oh, thank you, sir. They said, oh, this is much better than nothing. So they walk along down the road a piece, and sure enough, they see the old barn over there. Oh, they walk up to the barn, they reach in up the door, and they go in. And they look inside. What do they see? I can imagine over here in the stall, there was a donkey or two lying there. And then over there in another stall, there was a few sheep and maybe a little lamb or two. And as they looked, they saw the hay and the straw, and they heard something in the roof. And they looked up, and oh my, there were some chickens up there on the pole. Yes, I can imagine that. So Joseph said, Mary, I'm going to get busy, gather some hay and some straw, and make a place for us to lie down, and make a place over there in the manger for the baby. So I'm going to get busy, because it was already dark. Well, while Joseph was doing that, some distance from there, out in this big field, there were 3 shepherds. They had been tending their sheep all day long. It was done dark already, so all the sheep was lying on the ground around them. Now they had this little fire, I can imagine, out, and the 3 shepherds were sitting around this little fire, talking about the things that they'd experienced that day. With that little fire burning in the night air, the little sparkle from the fire going up into the night air. And I can just imagine one of the shepherds following those sparkles from the little fire going up into the night air, into the darkness. And all of a sudden, he sees all these beautiful stars. And he says, well, you know, it's a mighty beautiful night tonight. Just look at the stars in the sky. Oh, they seem so bright. And so many of them. It's going to be a good night. Well, yes, listen, I think so too. You know, we had a pretty good day, although today, while we were herding the sheep, an old big bad wolf came up. Oh, and he almost got one of the sheep. And I just got to it just in time to save him. Thank God I was able to save him from the wolf. Well, one of the other shepherds over there said, well, you know, yesterday was a good day. Let me tell you what happened to me today. As we was herding the sheep, oh, I lost one of the little lambs. It wandered off from the herd. Oh, me, couldn't find it. I looked and I walked and I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find that little lamb. And I know, should I not find it, the old wolf would get him too. Oh, I looked, and of course it was getting dark. And about the time I was ready to give up, well, I just got to leave him. I heard a little something over in the weeds and in the thicket, and it went, and I looked, and it was that little lamb. Oh, thank God. I was able to go gather the little lamb together and bring it back. So yes, it's been a good day. God has seen it through as well. As they were sitting there around that fire, I can imagine everything getting extremely quiet. Oh, so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Even the sheep in the field were very, very quiet. Everything was real still. Nothing but the fire crackles could you hear. Then all of a sudden, a bright light appeared. And up in the sky, they looked. And what did they see? Well, they saw a mighty angel of God that appeared. In fact, The Bible says there was a multitude of angels, and it scared them. It scared, and it would be too. It would too. So the angel said, "Fear not, for I'm here to give you good news. This very day the Savior of the world shall be born. You shall find the Savior as a baby lying in the manger, and God will put in the sky a star that will light the path and lead the very way to where you might go witness this." And all of a sudden, the angels were gone. So the three shepherds said, "Well, I suppose we best move along because this has to be of God. We saw the angel, and yes, we need to go and carry a gift maybe." So the three shepherds left, following that star. Oh, it did. It lit the pathway in the darkness of the night. And it kept moving, and it went straight to the city of Bethlehem. With them walking along, watching that star. The star went just a little further down the road, and guess what? That star stopped right smack dab over that old barn. Yes, it did. So those three shepherds said, "Well, this must be, it has to be. The star stopped moving right over this old barn." So they walk up to that barn, and they reach and grab the door, and they pull it open, and again, if they looked in, what did they see? Oh, yes, they saw the donkeys, and here, over here, they saw the sheep, and they saw the chickens, and they saw Mary, and they saw Joseph, and it seems that the sheep and the donkeys were all looking at something over here, and it almost looked like they had smiles on their face. They looked over to see what they were looking at, and guess what was over here? Oh, yes, baby Jesus, lying in a manger. Oh, what a beautiful sight. What a beautiful baby. What a beautiful gift. That was a gift from God. God gave his only son to us that very night as a Christmas gift. That was the very first Christmas. And that was the very best Christmas gift that was ever given, or that will be given. Now, just a few similarities to that and what we celebrate today. God had to have a whole lot of love to give his only son for us, so that we may have a way to get to heaven. Maybe that's why we give gifts this very day. We share just like God shared with us, although what God shared was much, much mightier. We share gifts this day. We wrap gifts, and yes, like these, and we put them over here, wrapped very pretty. Guess what? You want me to tell you something? Jesus, that very first Christmas gift that was ever given, he was wrapped too. Yes, he was. Maybe that's why we wrap gifts this very day. Now, he wasn't wrapped in paper, but according to the Bible in the book of Luke, he was wrapped in swaddling clothes. But just the same, he was wrapped. Now, I'm telling you, everybody seems to get friendly and much more pleasant around the time of Christmas. I wish it could be like that every day, don't you? Maybe it can if we work on that. And you know something? That being the first Christmas gift that was ever given by God, that was the first Christmas and the first Christmas gift, and we need to thank God for it. When you say your prayers at night, you thank God for baby Jesus, for giving his son to us. Also, thank God for your family and your friends. You know something? They're gifts too. Yes, and you're wonderful gifts, children. You're wonderful gifts to your parents and to your family and to everyone that knows you. Don't ever for one moment in your life think, oh, I'm not important. I'm not valuable. Oh, I beg to differ to tell you, you're very valuable. You're very important. For God to give his only son for you, there's nothing that could be more important. So hold your head up high and be proud of who you are and what God has done for you. As you say your prayers, yes? Thank God for your family, your friends, when you stand. Say a prayer for old Santa too. He needs it. Now there wouldn't be a Santa. There wouldn't be a Christmas had it not been for Jesus. So Jesus is what's most important around Christmas time. In fact, you know, most of the time if you see Santa, he's in red. You ever wonder why? Well, he might be a Bama fan too, but let me tell you, the reason he wears red, I think, is to remind you, each and every one of you, of the blood that Jesus shed on that cross for you. So when you see Santa, you think about Jesus' blood. You think about that wonderful gift of Christmas.